Hi everyone, this is Pierrick from P2design. I'm back with a new video that is slightly different than my usual tutorials. I'd like to talk about building a career as a 3D artist or an animator, though I think this applies to any digital artist. Now, as a disclaimer, I must say that I'm not an HR specialist, and this is based on my personal experience. I switched career 12 years ago, and I've been running my own business for 10 years now as a 3D generalist specialized in 3D animation and rigging. I worked on many different projects such as game development, entertainment, and commercials. Here are my 2 cents on landing a job as a digital artist in 2024. Becoming a professional artist is not for everyone, but I guess if you're watching this video, this is something you want to embrace. You may not choose this career to make money though. I'm not saying you can't make money and have a comfortable life as a digital artist. I'm saying this should not be your main goal, as you may fail. Your first motivation should be your passion, because there is a lot of competition in our industry and being good enough to succeed is a matter of practice. And this is true for most jobs. If you're enjoying what you do, you're more likely to succeed, because you'll find joy in putting in the work, and money may follow. Having a good skill set obviously is super important, even though this is not the only thing that matters, but we'll see that in a bit. There is a lot of content on YouTube about learning by yourself or going to art school. And while I'm a self-taught artist, I do believe it's more a matter of opportunities. If you can afford an art school and if you feel more comfortable being in a scholar environment, with teachers pushing you, maybe you should grab that chance. But you can also learn by yourself with online resources or do both. Now, as much as you can find high quality content online for free, I do believe you need to invest on yourself. And you may consider paying for courses online as they are generally more in-depth than free resources. And when I say investing on yourself, I do mean that you need to complete those courses for real. If you just buy a course, watch it once and call it a day, you won't get any skills. You need to practice and apply what you're learning as much as possible. That's why I believe the best way to take an online course is to follow along with a personal project. It's the best way to digest and apply instead of copying someone else's work. And you may end up with a piece to add to your portfolio. In this regard, mentoring can be the next step. I personally took a class a while back and I felt that I made huge progress. From there I was always searching for mentors that could give me feedbacks on my work. You can find a lot of great mentors online like Jerome Rodgers-Blake or Harvey Newman, for example. Whatever your craft, there must be someone that can give you guidance. If you had any great mentor you'd like to talk about, please share it in the comment section below. If you want to land a job, you got to be known. I'm not saying you need to become a rock star, but you need to be visible. You need a portfolio or a demo reel, but that's obvious. But also, in my opinion, you need to be on social media. I've connected, recruited, and landed jobs most of the time in my career through social media. But there is a strategy about it, and I believe you must consider yourself as a brand. You may have heard or read the sentence, "I'm not my job." And while it's probably semantically correct, I can't agree with that as a career strategy. You are an artist, a person that makes art, and people will recruit you for that. And social media are a great way to show who you are. But I do recommend being very careful with what you share online. I never talk about politics, sexuality, or religion on my social media. Because even though this should not influence a potential recruiter or a customer, it will. If you don't say anything, you don't divide. What I share though is everything related to my art journey, my work in progress, my breakdowns, my poor drawings. Social media is where you should share your journey as an artist. because it will show your passion, who you are as an artist, and what you are curious about or interested in. And my biggest advice here is that you may share most of your work even though it doesn't reach your expectations. Do not wait to reach perfection before you post, or you won't be posting anything. Show your work ASAP. And this is what I do, and I would advise to do on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, or X, you name it. On the other hand, when building a demo reel or a portfolio, this is where you have to be very picky. Your demo reel is your business card. We need to know your best as fast as possible. You need to curate whatever you post on your own website, on ArtStation, Cara, or Beyonce, for example. So basically, show almost everything on your art journey on social media, only show your best on your portfolio or in your demo reel. If you'd like me to make a video dedicated to this topic, let me know in the comment section below. And if you're enjoying the video so far, please consider leaving it a like, subscribing, and have fun. If you want to learn animation, rigging, and much more in Blender, discover my extensive courses on P2designacademy.com. Learn actual professional techniques or enjoy all my exclusive free character rigs only on P2designacademy.com. If you choose that career path, it's probably because you're passionate about video games, art, movies, etc. And most of the time we want to land a job in big companies. But it's very hard to land a job at Disney or Riot Games, for example, because the competition is very high. But if this is your dream job, then you have to specialize. Become the best animator you can, or the best rigger, or the best concept artist. The bigger the company, the most likely they will have a dedicated position for that specialty, requiring more experience and more skills. But I made my luck being a good generalist at first. And this is something I'd like you to consider, because we're getting a very grim vision of the industry lately because of all the layoffs in the big companies. The reality is that there is way more work now in this industry than 15 years ago. Because these big companies are not the only ones that need great animations or that are making games. And the smaller the studio, the wider should be your skill sets. If you can make a short movie on your own, it will hardly be better than a movie made by dozens of specialists, but you will find people that need that skill. The same goes for smaller game studio. You might be the guy that do the concept art and the modeling, or that does the rigging and the animations. I made most of my career with this kind of project, multitasking for games or making commercials for smaller companies. So you should apply to companies you're dreaming about, but you may also look after the companies that are working for them or that have the same art style or do the same kind of things. I've personally been always happier in smaller companies, just saying. And most of the time, the best way to find a job is to have a job. Because this is where you will progress the fastest, working on actual productions. Potential recruiters already know you're employable because you're actually employed. And this is where networking is way more comfortable because you connect with professionals daily. And networking is crucial in a career. While our planet is big and social media seems to be even bigger, our industry is small and everyone knows everyone at some point. So it's always easier to land a job whenever there is someone recommending you. The first key to create a good network is to be kind, or at least don't be a dick. Reputation is super important, so make sure you're kind with your teammates. And remember that you are only in competition with yourself in the end. Give to the others, help them, and it will always pay off at some point. Try to connect with as many people from your industry, but also from other industries if you can. There might be opportunities to make art for companies that don't. I use LinkedIn quite a lot in that regard. Don't hesitate to reach out to artists you love or let some HR know you exist. Be mindful that they will probably not answer, and that's fine. You're dropping bottles to the sea and maybe one of them will land. Now, if you can afford it, the best way to grow a valuable network are conferences and festivals. This is where you can meet people for real, and that changes everything. It's completely different to reach out to someone by email than meeting someone in real life and having a chat, whether it's related to a job or not. We are social animals, and this physical networking is way more effective than the digital one. And it's such an opportunity to meet a lot of influential people at once and connect with them. So if you can, go to animation festivals, to the Blender conference, to the GDC, whatever fits your passion. Let me know in the comments what was your best time as a conference and how it has impacted your professional life. I had the chance to go to the Blender conference several times in Amsterdam, and this year I got to the Annecy Animation Festival and it was a blast. I met so many artists I look up to and I made a ton of new friends. And I feel very fortunate to be able to experience that. And that's the final part of this video, luck. Luck is a factor. I do believe that everyone can succeed, but we are not born with the same luck. We're not born with the same access to education, jobs, healthcare, money, whatever, you name it. So if you can afford an online course, go for it. If you can afford a mentorship, go for it. If you can afford a Blender conference ticket or whatever conference ticket, buy it. But make sure to understand how lucky you are and make the best out of it. And if you don't have access to any of this, then you already know that you will have to work harder than the others to get your dream job. This is life. It can be hard, but it can also be fulfilling and amazing. But you have to force your luck as much as possible. So to wrap up this video, I wish you good luck and I'll see you in the next one.